welcome to the final video in the Mcfarlane's DC Multiverse Batman The Ultimate Movie Collection. And it is none other than Robert Pattinson from the latest The Batman movie that was released a while back. We're not going to dwell too much on this figure because obviously we've had a figure that we're just going to compare it to. At the end of the video, I'm going to do the top 6 in order of how I rank these particular box set. So stay tuned for that. As far as the figure, just by looking at it, I do see some improvements from the original release, which we will bring into frame soon enough. So we're just quickly going to go over the accessories that each of them individually comes with, and then we'll move on to the comparison, because obviously same, we've seen the body sculpt before, we've had this figure before. We're just going to point out what's different and what sticks out as opposed to what the original version had. So of course all the Mcfarlane ones have the stand and the trading card. This one here, I was a little bummed because first time I'm going to keep some cards and it has a little damage there. It was stuck to the plastic. The cape also had some stuck there, so now it has like a little, it looks like a stain, but it's actually the plastic, like it kind of like melted into it, so it's stuck. So I'm pretty upset with that. But as I stated before, each card has their own individualized bio according to the film, which is great. So they're not all generic. And then the image on here, it's almost true to the actual figure. It's a little darker than the gray that this one has, but I'm okay with it because that's actually an improvement from the original one. So as far as the figure, again, a lot of the differences is the color. I feel like the body sculpt's a little bit more toned and thinner, and the face also is a little bit thin. You can actually see a neck, as opposed to the first figure where it didn't. It just looked like chubby and down, and it was round on top of the head, and you couldn't see no neck. You literally couldn't see a neck. So this one here reflects more of, it looks more like Robert Pattinson, so I'm happy for that. The bat suit itself, the signal is a lot darker, still the same color. The bat, and it kind of pops with this grayish type military color, which is great. The other one was all plain dark, which I also like, but this one kind of makes the figure kind of stands out. I like it. It's a lot better. The hands, I think they seem to be a little small for the frame. And of course, it has the ball joints that I thought he moved away from. So that separation bugs me. It's also here, but at least we have these overlay over the shins and the boots and stuff. So it kind of covers them up a little, but the fact that, they went back to the ball joints in a set like this for the price, it's kind of bummed. But again, the colors on the figure is amazing. It's actually better than the first one, 20 times better. The face sculpt, lot more like Pattinson. No side eye. I was commenting on my last video that out of all of them, the Bale one has a side eye in one of the eyes, so it's kind of bummed. So I ended up having to swap the head, which I will once I finish with this ranking for display. And then we'll probably end up putting them all back in the box to preserve them a little longer. And of course, it does have a cloth cape. The original one didn't. And here's a little mark there. It's stuck to the cape, which I'm bummed. It's not a stain. It was literally stuck to the plastic prison. And when I pulled it up, then there was a piece of the plastic on it, and I pulled it out, and now it has at least a stain there. So I don't know if it can actually clean it off or wash it off. And then it had another little stain on this, so it was on the inside when I pulled that one off. So I'm kind of bummed about that one there, because it's in the front, and it will show if I do different poses. So I'm kind of bummed about that, but hopefully I'll be able to fix that too. Now the silver here is not as shiny as the other one, but it kind of works. It's like, I forgot what it was, like arrows, or he shoots something out of it. And then his gauntlets, the spikes on the gauntlets are really rubbery. They're not firm and pointy like the other bats in the set. He's got that hook for keys there. Yeah, pretty much everything on the utility belt is the same. It's all black. Yeah, again, I think that the sculpt is a lot skinnier than the original one, and we're gonna move in. And of course, one of the only other figures that has his own bat light. The first 3 video Batmans in the collection had to share one, and the last 3 had their own. So that one, I really enjoyed this one. I think it's pretty cool. Doesn't look a lot like a bat at certain angles, but we get it. And I also wish that the light was a little stronger on the spotlight, because it doesn't really show. Even in really, really dark room, it's very, very faint unless you get really close to the wall. But we're gonna bring in the original release, which I might add. I had the Batman Arkham City Knights is one of the first bats that I bought at the time when Mcfarlane first acquired the line. Didn't really wanted to get into it. I don't know why I even picked it up. I ended up selling it. A while back, I came across the Superman 1000. I was like, you know, Mcfarlane might be onto something. And then I started just collecting this. I had the Superman, and I happened to come across this after the Batman movie. I think it was on clearance at Walmart, and I picked it up, and it's been downhill from there. Ever since then, I mean, I just been picking up Batmans left and right, and I pretty much built up a pretty big collection in the short period of time for myself. Not only that Mcfarlane has had the line, but for myself. So as you can see, it is a lot better. He actually has a neck, like I stated before, and it makes that figure pops out. So I think this is actually a pretty good figure. They've improved a lot of the silver and the metal on the suit. It's got the nice wash on the pants there. The feet are the same, not much there. They just stand up a little bit better coloring. He's got the fists. Again, he's got the ball joints on this. So, you know, this is just getting your best out of, getting the most out of your molds, basically what it is. So that's the only thing I can explain, the ball joints on this after he had corrected that in some of the figures. But, and again, this figure is from a while back. So I think the body also is a lot better tone. There's a little belly there. So yeah, man, they improved it. The face, I mean, the face on this is great. It looks a lot better. Again, I like that separation in the neck. It makes it all just like the movie. I mean, the movie, his cowl was just very, it wasn't much of a cowl. It was just a mask over the top of his head. And it's great to see this, something that you couldn't really see on this. I don't know if it was because of the cape that made it. So I love that separation. And the cloth, I think, helps it a lot. So that's going to end the review part. Let me remove the Patterson 1 here from the set. And let's start bringing in. So I think, let me move this out of the way. As far as the collection itself, it's great. Don't get me wrong, it's really good. We got a fix of multiple Batmans from movies. Which is great, you know, movies I grew up watching as a kid, recent movies now as I'm an adult. And I've always, you know, I'm a huge Superman fan, but I'm also a huge Batman fan. I grew up on Batman. Again, I go back to the days of, you know, watching the 66 Batman reruns with my grandfather. He used to enjoy it very much. And again, you have not seen that show unless you see it in Spanish. You hear it in Spanish, it's dubbed, it's amazing. And, you know, it was a favorite when Keaton came out. You know, as a kid, you lost your mind because, you know, it was a great movie. And as an adult, I get to enjoy it even more. So, the set is amazing. We got a fix of new figures, you know, Val Kilmer, Mcfarlane finally touched on that, Clooney. And then we got a little bit better improvement on some of the other ones. So, as far as ranking them, I think that the bottom, I think, and I might not be a popular opinion because I didn't really see much with the exception of the cloth cape. I think that number 6 on it, it's going to be the Bale Batman. It wasn't really much that I saw with this figure. Everything was the same except for the cloth. Not really much improvement. And the side eye did it for me. The fact that, you know, it had the side eye kind of killed it for me. So I ranked this number 6. Number 5, I will have to go to Ben Affleck. Again, another figure which I am glad that he doesn't have the goggles on the figure. The cloth cape, you know, improved this figure from the other cape. I actually like that other cape because it, you know, the Batman versus Superman cape, that long cape straight down, was actually pretty good, and they intertwined that in the Justice League figure. But the goggles didn't do much for me. I mean, again, I collected it. It's a Batman. But this is number 5 in my opinion in the set. I'm glad it didn't have the goggles, but again, nothing really much was done to the figure. Just a little highlight on the plates, on the silver plate of the uniform, and that's about it. I am now going to go to number 4, and that is going to be George Clooney. Again, not the most popular Batman for a lot of people out there. I still enjoyed it. I mean, like, yeah, the script could have been better, but again, he did what he could with what they gave him. And, you know, not every director has a hit on their hands. Not every writer writes a great movie. So, you know, and I'm glad he was able to recover and have a spectacular career as he has had throughout the years. So, he is definitely number 4 on my list. Now, number 3. I have to give it, and I'm going to bring my boy Pattinson back in. Again, they've done a much better improvement on this figure. I think his rendition of Batman for the times now, it's actually pretty good. I really, really enjoyed the movie. I've seen it a couple of times. The Riddler kind of threw off me in that movie, but he did really good. I mean, the kid can act. So I rank him number 3 in the box set. Number 2 is going to be, of course, Michael Keaton. A lot of you might not agree, but again, it is an improved, way improved from the original Flash one. I did miss out on the other one, and the fact that I'm having a hard time standing them. It's there we go. It's a pain in the ass, but they did fix the face a little bit. It looks a lot better than the Flash movie version, and of course they did a little bit better on the body and on the you know, he has abs and he's got articulation and you know, a lot better than the other one. And of course, you all know by now, number 1 is Val Kilmer. It's Batman. I think they killed it. I mean, the color on it, again, I wish the cape would have had that same tone, but the uniform, the face sculpt, I mean, this is great. This is one of the best figures. He's live action ones he's come out so far. I really enjoyed the Val Kilmer. I've been, you know, posting them all over the place. I'll be uploading some pictures soon on my Instagram, so you can check those out. But man, I've been taking everywhere I go, putting them in different scenarios, and he does have a hard time standing. Oh, there it goes, a lot better than before. But he is, of course, without a doubt, it's a figure that I've been waiting for a long time. I'm glad they did it, and that can, you know, he's number 1. I mean, this is the best figure. I hope that they do Batman Forever wave. That's going to be amazing if they do. There it is. You know, having a hard time standing these figures up. But yeah, man, it's incredible what the Kilmer and the colors of the suit. It's just great, man. I mean, it is just amazing. So there you have it, guys. That's my rendition of all the Batmans in the ranking. Thank you for watching all the other videos. If you haven't, go and catch up on them. They're up on the channel. And as always, thank you for your support. Hit the subscribe button, like, comment below. And as always, continue to support each other. Continue to be a fine figure. And I will see you later.